everybody! So today we are going to watch 9 to 5, the musical this time. Yesterday, watched the 9 to 5 movie version yesterday, and I really enjoyed that. So now we are going to watch the musical version. Now I do have to say that I have seen this musical a while ago, not in person. I've just seen this recording before in the past. This will not be like a first time watch sort of deal because I do kind of know the story and the songs and stuff like that. However, I really want to revisit the musical version of this story because it's just a different take on 9 to 5. And I want to compare the movie and the musical. And I believe Dolly Parton was a huge part of this musical version. She helped write the songs and the music and all of that. This musical is definitely going to show a version of Dolly. It's going to show a lot of her heart on this subject of feminism and what was going on during this time period, what she thought. I really do believe that songwriters put their heart into what they write, what lyrics they decide to choose, and how they compose the music and stuff like that. So I am excited to watch. So I have my work attire on again. This doesn't really look like a job shirt though. It looks like pajamas to me. I don't know, the stripes make it seem like I'm going to bed actually, and I wish I was, but I'm not. I'm here. But I am ready for work. I hope you are too, so let's get to it. Oh wait, I should also mention this recording is like from somebody's like camera or something or other because it's not great quality. It's just here. I'm not gonna complain, of course, because I actually get to see the whole show. The previous musical that I researched, 110 The Shade, I wasn't able to see the whole show because nobody recorded the whole show. So this is awesome that I actually get to see the entire length of 9 to 5 back when it played in, I think it was 2008, 2007, I can't remember. So the quality is not gonna be good. So this is your first time watching this musical, just expect low quality. Me this morning when I was trying to get up. I really like how they started off this musical with all the rings and the dings and the clocks, all of that. It really sets the tone for the entire musical already within like 5-10 seconds. It's fantastic. I really like how Dolly Parton chose to compose the beginning of this whole musical.
Pack his lunch and kiss my son, grab my purse and I keep running. Got so much on my plate, I could choke. Working 9 to 5 for service and devotion. You would think that I would deserve a fat promotion. Want to move ahead, but the boss won't seem to let me. I swear sometimes that man is out to get me. You're in the same boat with a lot of your friends, waiting for the day your ship will come in. The tide's gonna turn and it's all gonna roll away. 9 to 5, as long as we're together, you know, you and I can make it through whatever. They can't keep us down, we're just like running. You hold on to me, well, tell them where to shove it.
I swear to you, I'm gonna do it. Grit my teeth and I'll get through it. It's hard to see the upside when you're going down. Working 9 to 5, it became necessary when my husband did. Left me for his secretary. Never want to be known inside. There's a brighter day. And we'll keep looking toward it and we'll find that dream soon as we can just afford it. 9 to 5, 9 to 5.
I deserve that promotion for folks like me.
Stars gonna turn, working 9 to 5.
Okay, so obviously, this song is technically the same song from the 9 to 5 song that Dolly Parton composed for the movie version, with obviously some differences, of course, but it's still the same song technically, especially with the chorus and all of that and the main lyrics and stuff. I did say in my last video that the reason why I know the 9 to 5 song is actually because of the Broadway version. I don't think I ever heard the Dolly Parton version. So I'm very much used to like the Broadway style of this song. Because it's very much written for Broadway. It's now not just like a pop or country song. The song was composed differently, treated differently, written differently, because now the characters are actually singing the song. Especially when you have each of the 3 main characters singing their side of the story, kind of giving the audience a glimpse into their lives and what's going on right now with them. That's all different. And even the instruments and how it's composed and written, the music is very much Broadway-fied. I don't know how you would say that. So even though it has the same tone, the same message, a lot of things are changed for the characters and for just the Broadway stage in general. And it's just so fun. I especially love the ending when they sing the last 9 to 5 chorus, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, and they're like pretending to check in for work. And then the set changes and it goes into like an office style setting. I just really love that ending. It's so fun. The choreography wasn't too much. It felt like it was simple enough to work for this kind of song. It didn't feel like it was out there. I feel like sometimes Broadway songs, choreography can get a little too out there too much. It feels like it's too much for that particular song or for this particular setting or story or whatever. So this just felt like just enough to where you know you're at a Broadway show, you know what I mean? They're dancing, they're singing and stuff, but it's not to the point where it's like, okay, let's tone it down a little bit. So now we're done with the fun introduction numbers. Now we actually get into the story, into the musical.
Loyalty, like purchasing company stock, and it works a lot better with paper in the typewriter.
Whoops.
Where did you say you worked before?
Well, I may have exaggerated the teensiest bit on my resume.
Exaggerating is saying you're a great typist. Not knowing you need paper, that's more like psychotic.
I've never really had a job in an office before.
No kidding.
No kidding.
I have spent my entire adult life taking care of a husband who just dumped me for a 19-year-old named Mindy.
19-year-old, golly.
All right, come on now, don't cry. And you have absolutely no office skills whatsoever?
None. Is this where you call security?
Security
No,
for not
this is where I
having
tell you
job
that
experiences.
I love a challenge.
Oh, thank you so much.
You won't thank me after you've worked here for a while.
I just hope I can do the job.
Relax. I've been a consolidator for 15 years. You'll get it. We've got the very best training you.
Oh, oh.
I really like this song coming
You
up.
gotta know it. We got no time to waste a dime around here.
This character creeps me out. I don't know why.
Violet, I've been meaning to talk to you about Mr. Hart's rules regarding office decor. No personal items on the desk. We mustn't look cluttered and sloppy. An office that looks efficient
Is efficient.
as Mr. Hart always says. What a man.
What a man.
I typed up this memo and you can post
What a
it on the
man.
bulletin board.
Thanks. Let's recap.
Know who to trust, know it in a hurry. No time for any personal worries.
Napping, no jokes, and mind the dress code.
It's kind of that hot though. These guys in the background.
Got it.
I do like that song. I don't know why. It's not like it's a very showy. Well, it is kind of a showy song, but there's something about the beat and the rhythm and how the lyrics were composed, how they are done in this song. It's just it's so catchy. It's so fun. Like whenever I have to like do a lot of things for the day or do work or I have a lot of things on my mind and I have to get all these different things done in a short amount of time, this is the song that comes to my mind. I have this song like playing in the background in my head while I'm doing my work and stuff. It's just very cheery, so it just kind of lifts the mood if you're a little bit lazy, I guess. It makes you want to get things done. Anyways, I think this is a great song that helps kind of speed along the plot, because in the movie version, it took quite a few minutes for Violet to show Judy around the office and introducing her to these different characters and all of that. And that was definitely needed in the movie, but it did feel like it dragged a little bit. So for this song, I don't know how long this song is, like 3 minutes or something. For this song to like kind of take all of that and put it into a 3-minute song just really helps the plot move forward. And it's just so fun. It's a really fun number. And also, I don't remember the actress's name, so I'm sorry, but I really like the actress that plays Violet. Like, she's just really funny, and her dry humor is just so, like, I just think it's so hilarious. She delivers her dialogue in such a witty way that just makes you want to smile and laugh. And yes, I do know that her singing abilities aren't on par with Broadway stages. Like, you can tell when she has to sing a longer note, for example. There's no vibrato. It sounds like she's kind of like forcing out the notes, the singing. I'm sure that she was taught properly how to sing these songs in a healthy way, but she just doesn't seem, it just seems like she doesn't have the Broadway style voice. But for me, I don't really care because of how her acting is so good. She is perfect for this role. And it's not like she's pitchy or she sounds bad when she sings these songs. It's obvious they probably composed all these notes for her that fit her voice type better. She's definitely an alto. And so they definitely worked with her and she worked with them on how to best sing these songs, and it works perfectly. Just this last song, I think worked really well for her voice, even though she didn't sing it in a very Broadway style. She was kind of talk singing throughout it. I think it works. It doesn't bug me. I like her. I like how she's portraying this character, so we're gonna move on.
Each with its own supervisor. Hey, Daphne. I see. The other two supervisors report to me. I report directly to Mr. Hart.
What's he like?
Oh, I forgot. Mr. Hart asked me to pick up a present for his wife. Let me ask you a question. How attached are you to this scarf?
Oh, well, it was a gift from my husband.
Right. Way too many memories.
Well, hey, here's Ashley.
Judy Burnley, first day.
Hey, Judy, I hope everyone's been treating you real freely and showing you around. There's anything I can do for you, just give me a holler, 'cause I know what it's like to be the new girl in town.
We don't like her.
We don't like her. They decided not to introduce Judy to the main villain of the show, Mr. Hart. I believe they're going to do that later, but it's not going to be like this whole like sit-down meeting with the man boss. And the meeting with Dorleen is a lot shorter too. It's just like this cute, funny bit of her coming in, saying hello, and then just walking out. And Violet being like, we don't like her, but not even giving a reason why yet. Even though I'm not really into like, I don't know how to call it, like sex humor, I do think it's just really, really funny. Because I mean, I had this kind of reaction too in the movie version, where Dorleen has this like really low cut dress, and it's like why are you dressing like that? And Judy made this whole reaction of just like looking at her and being like, what is she wearing? Like, why is she showing off all this cleavage? And so they really kind of punched that in this musical, and I do think it's funny. I think most people had that reaction in the movie version as well when you first watch it. I'm sure everybody was like, oh my gosh, look at that dress, look at that low cut. So this scene was a lot more quick than the movie, just speeding things along.
I am very happy to be part of the team.
Okay, never mind then. So we do actually get to meet Mr. Hart. I forgot about this scene. So I think maybe like the meetings between meeting Mr. Hart and Dorleen is switched up. I think Dorleen was introduced after this scene, but Judy does get to meet Mr. Hart and have this whole meeting to get to know him, as well as the audience getting to know Mr. Hart. So this scene is technically very important because if the audience has never watched the 9 to 5 movie, they don't know who the villain is yet. They don't know what's going on yet. So this scene is a great introduction of Mr. Hart. And the previous scene was a great introduction for Dorleen as well. So we got to kind of know a little bit about her, I guess. Just that she's friendly, she's sweet, she said hello, she's welcoming, and she wears low-cut dresses. I also forgot to mention that we were introduced to Ross as well, who's another, she's not like a main character, but she's kind of more of a supporting minor character in the musical. We got introduced to her the previous song, which was very important, and it kind of had the same dialogue from the movie, and we got to like learn that she's kind of the she's a strange human being, to be honest with you, but she's very much like kind of a dictator in the workforce along with Mr. Hart. So I believe we got introduced to all like the main characters or supporting characters in this musical, and we're only just like 13 minutes in, so we're doing good.
I expect an employee, especially one who wants to be promoted to management, to show a little flexibility and cooperation.
Oh, as well as the scarf.
I savvy.
They didn't actually go to a store to buy the scarf. She just took the scarf from Judy.
Yes, sir.
That's different. Everybody's laughing. But I don't know why we're laughing. It's a black screen.
Here's a little something just to say that I am sorry.
Well, thank you.
I picked that out myself.
Well, that's very nice.
It's very nothing. I'm a rich man.
You little liar.
I got my checkbook. Oh, my sweet dear. I just
Now having this song in here is even more creepy.
You're so efficient and alert. And the way you look, well, shit, that don't hurt. Be something, I'm just a flirt.
The guy in the background is
Just
loving
I'm
this.
nuts. It's just that you stay on my mind every minute, all the time. I've got to do it, make you mine. Holding on so close to me. I could lose myself in her. Of course I will, yeah, 'cause I'm the boss. I will win that. Oh dear, I can see why you feel shaken. The ladder
He's a really good singer.
of success is steep.
Mr. Hart, please, I am a married
And
woman.
I'm a married man. That's what makes it so perfect.
Frank?
You're right. The ceiling definitely needs touching up.
I'm standing up to my thing, sir.
What are you doing here?
Touching.
You know
She's
I don't
looking,
like it
she's like,
dropping by
what's
the office.
what he's touching up?
How are you, Mrs.
And the
Hart?
wife doesn't even question it. It's unbelievable.
Fine, Doralee. My, what a lovely scarf you're wearing.
Yes, Doralee, what a lovely scarf you're wearing.
It was a present from her husband.
Oh,
That's weird. Why are you even wearing it?
how thoughtful of you.
How thoughtful of you.
Appreciate
She is just so clueless. It's actually unbelievable. I don't know why she's wearing that scarf. I don't know, it might depend on the person, but if a man gives me a present, especially one that you wear, I don't know, I kind of be questioning things. Like, why is this guy giving me a scarf or a jacket or a shirt or, I don't know, even a bow? Like, I don't know, like, I just think that's super weird, especially if you're not in any kind of romantic relation with each other. I don't think I would wear it. I think I'd just say thank you and move on with my day, but whatever, that's here nor there. I already said this, and I'm probably going to say this multiple times in the musical because I know this repeatedly happens. I'm not into sex humor at all. I don't know if it's because of my personality, I don't know if it's because of how my brain works, I don't know if that kind of humor just it's not appealing to me, or if it's because of my religion, but I'm just not into whatever this whole song was. Now, I don't know the actor's name, I'm sorry, but the actor that plays Mr. Hart is an incredible singer. He is so good. Even though I do not like the lyrics, I do not like the song, there are certain notes that are just like, oh, like I got goosebumps because he's just really good. His singing is so free. And you can tell, I think you could tell that he loves playing this role. Like he's having a really good time. And this is a really good villain song. It's not like we shouldn't be having this song in the musical. I just get really uncomfortable when I see somebody being sexy or doing sex stuff with somebody that's not okay with it, just not comfortable with it. There's no consent there. That just makes me uncomfortable, even when it's just a show, like this is not real, obviously. These characters agree to this, they agree to the choreography, they're fine with this, so it's just what it represents that makes me very uncomfortable. And there's gonna be a lot of that throughout the musical that I'm just personally not gonna like, even though as you can tell, probably the audience in this room loves it. They think this is hilarious. I just don't find these kinds of things funny, that's all.
Oh, heads up, hunky accountant
Joe Rife, is he hunky? I hadn't noticed.
Word in the ladies' room is he's got the hots for you.
Oh, come on. I'm old enough to be his sister. Stop. I'm a widow.
Thanks for the heads up on the quarterly report.
My pleasure. Hate it when the numbers don't add up.
Yeah, well, you are the best. And I'm only saying that because I want you to like me. No, wait.
Filter man.
Can I speak with you?
Well, I have a date with the Xerox machine.
Hey, how about a date with me?
You?
Well, do you want a copy or an original?
He's trying to be smooth.
It's the junior-senior thing that worries me.
That's very funny.
No, seriously, I need to spend the weekends with my son.
You can bring him. I am fantastic with resentful adolescent boys who think I'm trying to put the moves on their mother.
I'll tell you what, I'll give it some thought.
Don't think about it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
That's catchy.
Just do it!
In the movie, Violet does not have any kind of romantic love interest. There's no husband in her life, there's no man in her life, but she did. I think in the movie she had 4 kids or something like that, but there was no man in that family. And in this musical, it sounds like she only has 1 child, 1 son, and they decided to add a romantic love interest for her. So that is different.
Oh no! Stop, Victory! Stop!
That is a massive machine.
here?
I know what to do.
Weren't you checked out on this thing?
Don't worry about it, I got
Oh,
it.
come on, a freaking moron could operate this.
Don't give her a break, it's her first day.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be your last day if she doesn't get it together. So get it together. Oh, wait a minute, Bob. I got a good one for you.
How is a woman like X-Lax?
I give up.
They both irritate the crap out of you.
Oh, good one, Frank.
It's funny, right?
Good one, Frank. It's funny, right?
Cannot let them see you cry. They see tears, they go in for the kill. Now repeat after me. I will not cry.
I will not cry.
Keep working on it.
Poor Judy.
Nothing left to do but try. And I just might make it work. I just might make it out.
She's so happy. I did it.
I just might, but I have to.
Is she actually crying?
And hold on to it like a vice.
It's pretty impressive she's actually crying while she's singing.
Hi, what are you doing here?
Minnie's
Oh, I'm
not
so
feeling-
glad you came by. Have you eaten? I can make you something.
I can't stay. Mindy's waiting in the car. These are the final divorce papers. You need to sign them and give them to your lawyer.
Oh,
Okay?
yes, okay.
It's so mean.
Bye, Judy.
It's awful.
What's she doing in the car? Practicing for her learner's permit?
She's 19, girl.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Why do you let
She's
him
like,
get
oh,
away
I'm
with it? 'Cause
sorry.
he makes a
She's
decision
trying
on
to be
promotion
nice.
in a few days.
You need to stop thinking about work all the time and start dating.
Josh, you gotta stop trying to get me laid. It's a little weird.
That is a little weird.
Now you go down there tomorrow and you show them what a great gal you are. Remember, Texans never quit.
Texans never
How long
quit.
have you been waiting on?
Have to go on either way.
Have to go, rise above it. I just might be stronger than I know. When I really be strong, my right and be strong. I just might make it. I just
I really like that song. I was about to cry a little bit. I was trying not to. Really, really beautiful song. And I think this song, well, it doesn't show Judy's support, but it shows that Dorleen has support and that Violet has support. Violet has support from her son, and Dorleen has support from her husband, and Judy, unfortunately, is stuck. She has nobody there for her. She has no friends, no family right now. She feels all alone. But this shows the three women's resolve to keep going, having the determination to work hard and keep going despite any kind of obstacles that come their way. And it shows this really pretty relationship between Dorleen and her husband, and between Violet and her son, and it's really sweet, it's very wholesome. And then of course Judy in the middle has nobody there for her, so it's a very emotion driven song. It's just very sweet, and it's very powerful to have these three women come together and sing that last chorus. Like, oh, I got goosebumps. I was about to cry, and I was like, no, we do not cry on camera. We don't do that. Beautiful, beautiful song. Are you dead? She does not look good.
All the men are getting paid more than the women here. Could you tell me your salary?
I don't talk money, honey.
Espérate, no. Look, I make $12,000 a year, and Milton just told me he makes $14,000 for doing the same job.
Can you come back when the room's not spinning?
Oh my gosh. What'd you do last night?
Did you receive? But I didn't cry.
Well done.
It's an accomplishment. No crying. No crying for us, Judy.
I'm new around here, and I am just trying to go with the flow.
You know, y'all sit around here judging me, and none of you know a thing about me. I grew up poor and ragged, just a simple country girl. I wanted to be pretty more than anything in the world.
That blonde wig is so massive.
I'm just a backwoods Barbie. Too much makeup, too much hair. Don't be fooled by
Just what I mentioned, the wig.
Judy, we have lunch reservations. For two.
Aww. No, let's be friends.
All dolled up and hoping for a chance to prove my worth. 'Cause even backwoods Barbies get their feelings hurt.
So I didn't know at the time when I first heard this song, but this was also one of Dolly's songs that she made a couple years ago or a couple decades ago. I can't remember. But this song has also been Broadway-fied for the 9 to 5 musical. And it's a very short, sweet number, and I do like it. I don't know why I was getting emotional. There was that one part of the lyrics that hit me a little bit. Because usually I'm not into country music. Like, I do like Dolly Parton, I do like other country singers out there, but I'm not much of a country person, ironically, when I do live in the country. Just not a country music fan. But I do think this song works really well for Dorleen. I don't know if Dolly Parton intended that, but it works really well with Dorleen's character. Like, she's literally saying, like, I'm not this one-dimensional character. I have all these different sides to me. And you shouldn't be judging a book by its cover. You shouldn't be judging a girl by her looks. And I like it that it's simple and that she's kind of talking to Judy. Judy and Dorleen get this moment together because they really haven't had any chance to interact at all so far besides that one introduction scene. And on a side note, I think it's great that Violet has really taken on Judy, has really kind of been this mentor for her. In the movie, it was kind of wishy-washy. I didn't really know if Violet really liked Judy in the beginning or not, but in this musical, it's really showing that Violet has taken Judy under her wing almost. And so we got to see that little bit in the middle of the song, or at the end of the song. So they've kind of developed a friendship with each other, and so now Dorleen just needs to get in that friendship, please. I feel so bad for her. But it's a very sweet song. It's very countrified, and it's a little bit different from previous songs that we've listened to. So it does stand out a little more, and I do remember when I first heard this song, I was like, this sounds a lot different than almost all the other songs in this musical. And now I know why. It's because Dolly Parton, this is her song from a couple years back. She made this song for herself. Probably because Dolly really relates to Dorleen. I mean, she played the character and she really relates to her. Golly, I might have to get tissues at some point. Why am I getting emotional? What are we doing? Little heads.
I'm still the boss around here. I don't have to sit here and take this. Last thing I need is one of my girls preaching shit.
I have one more thing to say to you. Don't you ever refer to me as your girl again. I am no girl. I am a woman. W-O-M-Y-N.
Why?
Or your mother, or even your mistress. I am your employee, and I expect to be treated equally.
I was like, that's not how you
with
spell that,
dignity
but
and
duh.
respect.
Now, what do you mean, mistress?
Oh, come off it, Dorley. Everyone knows you and Mr. Hart are having
She's
an
really
affair.
bringing in that feminism there, I guess.
Who's been saying that? He has.
Oh, she's after him.
And picking up papers.
Listen, you're
When I
getting...
had put up with your grabbing and chasing me around the desk because I need this job, but this
Oh,
is the
man.
last straw.
She's going for it.
They're my personal because that's the way I was brought up, but I swear, you say one more word about me and I'll get that gun of mine and I'll change you from a rooster to a hen.
She went for it.
I'll get these for you.
What the heck are you doing, Roz? I know what she's doing, but
Leave them.
just why? He's not a good man.
How could you believe I was sleeping with that worm?
Well, I mean, aren't you?
No, I don't even like him.
All right, so I made a little mistake.
Violet, they just fired Maria. You've got to do something.
Well, maybe if I got my promotion, I could at least try, but I'm still just a lowly secretary.
I think I at least deserve a sorry.
Oh, Dorothy, I am so sorry.
She thought you were sleeping with.
Can you believe he had Maria fired just for discussing salaries?
Can you believe he told everyone I was sleeping with
Can
him?
you believe he gave that promotion to someone I trained? What a rat!
What a liar.
What a creep! You know what? I'm gonna start smoking again. I think I gotta.
Just
Well, I
start
don't think a
smoking.
cigarette's gonna make me.
Is that marijuana?
Keep it down. I don't have enough for the whole office.
What?
Well, I'm
Is that
going
marijuana?
home to forget all my troubles. Anybody?
Everybody is high.
You threatened him with a gun.
Got it right here.
Oh, dear.
What's it called again?
Maui Wowie. It's
Wowie,
creepy.
wowie.
I never understand those guys like Hart who go out into the woods to hunt down those poor defenseless animals like Bambi and Thumper and that
Like
cute little
Bambi?
skunk. I love fairy tales.
Of the picture in my head. Are these real?
They are high, high, high.
And the whole office is out to get him and hunt him down.
Oh, hello. He is here. Guess we're going into the dream sequence now. It's chaotic. It has the whole black and white color theme. Gosh dang, she changed fast. That's a quick costume change.
Hello, big boy.
Do I know you?
I hardly think you would. I'm just your unknown office drone.
Gosh. Now doing salsa. And now we're in the boxing ring. She's like the complete opposite of who she actually is in this dream. And she's got a gun.
Bingo.
Going to the countryside. Where's your pants?
Turn around.
see walking like that. I am not that kind of boy.
Wait, is it because I'm a sexist, egotistical, lying, hypocritical bigot?
Darn tootin', time for you to fry!
What the heck? Oh my gosh. Oh, this is perfect. She looks so happy.
Secret little potion, I'll conjure up myself. I'm not a vicious
Oh, she's singing.
I just don't want you. Just leave it to me.
Oh my gosh, is that her? Is the guy that the love interest?
Mixes well with many things. Coffee is the best.
She's like the complete opposite of her real self too.
I think you put something in here.
I think you boys are my coffee. Is it because I'm a sexist?
Egotistical,
She's an alto.
time for you to
Oh, now she's the villain. She's no princess. Oh my gosh. All wearing Snow White looking outfits.
Coffee!
Dream is over. Okay, wow. I do remember when I first watched this dream sequence in the past. I was so confused because I was like, what is going on? Like, I know they were high and stuff, but like it was just, it's a lot within like, I don't know how long this is, like a 10-minute dream sequence. Now I get it because now I've seen the movie and I'm like, oh, they're going based off of that. They're creating these 3 dreams that were from the movie version. However, they're slightly different too. Now that I've watched the movie, I'm kind of disappointed with Judy's dream sequence because it was very, like, even the outfit is like so different. We went from African explorer to sexy, like, I don't even know what she was supposed to dress as, to be honest with you. And I think in the movie it was supposed to be like this predator versus prey, this like assassin spy sort of dream. And Judy's sequence, they kind of, it feels like they really switched things up like constantly. They went from, at first I feel like it started out well. It was pretty sexy, maybe really like had like a sort of a spy sense to it. Film noir, you know, but then it went into like salsa all of a sudden. And then it went into like boxing and it just felt, it felt very disjointed. And all of like the humor they were trying to put into it, to me it didn't really land. It just seems really weird that they're making all these sex jokes in there when there's been very little interaction between them. It just seemed a little odd. I didn't understand where they were going with it. I just really wish they kind of stuck with the original, how the original was intended. Her being this predator, him being this prey, and she's chasing after him, she's trying to shoot him, she's doing all this different stuff. I wish they had just stuck with kind of like more of a film noir, spy, assassin style setting. I just wish they kind of just stuck with that because it just felt like they were just doing all these things that just didn't feel cohesive, didn't feel consistent with each other. Doreen's was fun. And it made a lot more sense with all the sex jokes that were in there. It makes more sense from what we've seen in the past hour. And then we have Violet's, and Violet's is just, her dream sequence I think is so funny. It's so fun. Just the coffee is the best line is just it just cracked me up. That was so funny. I remember when I said about the actress that's playing Violet, how she's not really a Broadway singer. Well, she's proven in this sequence that she is capable. Honestly, that whole like opera style alto voice that she was giving off was really good. It was done for comedic purposes, obviously, but it just sounded really good, and she sounded a performer like any other on the Broadway stage. And this dream character is so different from her actual, like, real life character, you know, the actual Violet. So it's just fun to see that kind of switch up. I think this dream sequence was a great way to show the opposites of these characters, what these characters could be. Judy being a much more self-efficient, independent. She's not apologetic about herself. She's a lot more firm. She's a lot more womanly, I guess you could say. And she's able to stand up for herself, you know, so that her dream sequence shows her in a completely different way compared to her real self, you know. And Dorleen, she's able to also stand up for herself and not be so polite and sweet and kind. Like, she's actually saying what she wants to say. And then you got Violet, who's just pretended to be a whole Disney princess and singing in this operatic style and pretending to talk to animals, and like, it's just so very, very different from her real self. So this dream sequence is fun because we get to see a different side of all three characters. I just wish it was handled a little differently, and I don't really care for Joy to the Girls section. I felt like that was just a bit much. Just felt like it made the dream sequence a little too long at that point. And I don't know, it's weird that they changed up Joy to the World to Joy to the Girls, and they were, I don't know. I just felt like that was really odd. I was like, why is that in here? Why did they decide to use that song and not just make a whole new song? I don't know. Can anybody explain that part? Because Joy to the Girls is just so off-putting to me. And I didn't get to say this, but the whole drunk high scene with all the girls on the couch and everything, so funny. That scene is so funny. You could tell they love that. They love doing that scene. They were so comfortable and just going at their own pace and not rushing it and just really enjoying the ability to be high, I guess. I don't know, it's just really funny. And that scene led into the dream sequence perfectly. And now we're back from the dream sequence. We're back to the office, so we get to move on.
Oh, but I'm telling you, Joe, the pressure is building, and one of these days I'm gonna snap, and then God help Mr. Hart, because I won't be responsible for my actions.
Where is my coffee, goddammit?
You're welcome.
Must be her time of the month.
Ew.
You know what? If I didn't need this job,
You'd what? Keep walking.
Before we continue on, I actually really liked that scene. In the movie, it was just some sort of random coworker that Violet was talking to while she's making Mr. Hart's coffee. And you know, that scene is obviously very important because she is poisoning the coffee, you know what I mean? And you know, she's ranting, she's complaining, and the coworker is, you know, trying to help her out and that kind of thing. So that scene is important. However, this scene is so much more meaningful because now we actually have a character that we know has some importance to the story, to Violet's character. And even though Joe is not a big part of the story as a whole, not at all, he gives this scene much more depth because he's there. And also, I really, really like it that we get to see this power dynamic between Mr. Hart and Joe. Mr. Hart is the boss, Joe is the employee, and when Joe tries to stand up for himself, Mr. Hart takes him down. And I'm really, really glad they put that in there because in the movie it was very much woman against men, you know. And for good reason, because during this time period there was a, I guess you could call it a power hierarchy deal situation. Women didn't have as many rights in the workplace like today. And so that message I think is important. But I really, really like that we get to see that it's not just woman against men. It's also men against men. It's employee against boss. So even the men in this workplace don't really get a say in a lot of things. They don't have that much power to stand up against mistreatment of any kind because they might lose their jobs. And so I just really, really appreciate that because I some stories I get why they don't, but I don't really like it sometimes when it's like, it's women against the world. It's not just women against men. It's also men against men, women against women. Everybody can be a bad person and treat other people terribly. Anybody can use their dominance, use their power against another person, regardless of gender. So I'm really glad they put that in there. Oh gosh.
Yes, Roz.
The tree is dead.
I am very, very disappointed in you. The first thing I learned when I came to work for Mr. Hart was the joy of making coffee just the way he likes it.
Well, thank you, Juan Valdez.
That's weird.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
She noticed.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I poisoned Mr. Hart. What?
Violet, how could you?
Not on purpose. I thought the rat poison was the skinny and sweet. I put it in his coffee. Look how similar the boxes are, except for little skull and crossbones in the corner. They look the same.
Put those boxes away. We don't even know they look that damn.
A couple of teaspoons might not be enough to hurt him.
Heck, maybe he didn't even drink it.
No, I'm gonna turn myself in.
No. Let me go check on him and
She's
then we'll
panicking.
decide what to do.
Oh my gosh. This character.
Violet.
Ross, what the hell are you doing in the men's room? Whoops.
Mr. Hart, we have
Why
got
are you
one
in the
last.
woman's
Violet,
bathroom?
Poison.
Man up!
I do like that she said that. Point one for Oz.
Oh, that's good.
Let's put the fear of God in them. You with me?
To hell and back.
That's my girl.
Gosh.
His girl.
Oh my gosh, girl. You need therapy.
Perhaps I don't look like some red hot mama. But believe me, I guarantee you'll be screaming my
We're gonna have this whole song in the bathroom. What are you doing?
Here we are, I can tell by the stars in my eyes. I'm in sheer paradise. I'm in love.
Very much gospel music. It's good harmonies. Yeah. Just walk away slowly. Despite the really cool harmonies and those really nice low notes, again, not my favorite song. I guess, would you consider this a villain song? Because Ross is kind of a villain in this musical. Maybe not really a villain song, but more of like, I don't know, she needs help kind of a song. I guess a song is more of like a crush song, you know, like obviously this woman has a huge crush on Mr. Hart, and so she's singing about that, and I don't know, she's just got a lot of feelings, I guess. I still think she needs to go see a therapist. This is a cry for help song. One, because this man should not be near any woman. He is not a good boyfriend, fiance, husband, whatever. You do not want to have a relationship with him, first off. Second off, he's married, so... And third, she's taken down other women just so she can have some sort of relationship with Mr. Hart. This is just very problematic on all scales. This is a very like gospel driven song, gospel sounding song. And while everybody sounded fantastic, there's just way too many sex jokes. Of course, this song is not like Always a Woman, where Mr. Hart was basically assaulting Darlene. This song is Ross willingly like wanting to get it on with Mr. Hart. So there's no, harassment happening in this song, but I just feel very uncomfortable with the fact that she's talking about this with a man who probably doesn't care for her, which is very sad. Also, he's freaking married. I don't understand why that's not in the discussion. He is married to a very nice woman, by the way. But just all these sex jokes are just making me uncomfortable because she's talking about a married man and wanting to do all this stuff with him when she has no right to do so. And also this whole thing just feels very one-sided. It feels very unhealthy, I guess. So I'm just not vibing with this song at all. I know, obviously in the audience you can hear people laughing, so there's definitely people that really find this kind of stuff funny, but I just don't. This is not a song that I would put on my playlist to listen to. But back to the story, we don't have the whole drama of him falling down the chair and knocking his head and getting unconscious. We don't have that whole thing. Instead, we have where he still doesn't drink the coffee, but Ross finds out way earlier in the story of what the three girls potentially did or tried to do, or whatever, however she twisted it up in her head. She finds out much earlier that Violet almost accidentally poisoned Mr. Hart. And so she tells Mr. Hart way earlier in the women's bathroom of what these girls almost potentially did. So they hatch up this whole plan about him being in the hospital and all of that. So that's definitely changed. And I think it's better because it kind of speeds up the plot more.
What kind of a lowlife would try to kill somebody with poison?
Oh my God, they found out about it already!
Don't know that. Whatever you do, don't panic.
How is he, Doc?
He's dead.
And now you can panic.
I need you boys to sign some forms so we can perform an autopsy.
Oh my God! I'm gonna walk the Green Mile!
No, Mother, take it easy.
It's all over! There's gonna be an autopsy! I might as well save them the trouble and give them the rat poison right now! Dead man walking!
Well, then I'll let the cops not say it.
Who cares? I'm finished! I'm a murderer!
No, you're not.
I'm a murderess! Please take care of Josh! He's allergic to peanuts and I am no fool! I killed the boss! You think they're not gonna fire me for a thing like that?
You're getting hysterical. We're gonna go find a place and call you a lawyer.
Probably more than that. They put you in jail.
I did that.
Why are you saying that? Chill, calm down,
What am I
girl.
doing?
Could you tell me where the coffee shop is?
Coffee shop. No, I'm new here.
Oh, I'm new here too. Where do you work?
Downstairs.
So dramatic. So out there.
Yes, he is. Too much coffee. Just taking him out for some air. Some fresh air for me. He's just coming along for the ride.
Oh, you're a doctor. I didn't see your badge. I'm sorry.
I'm a doctor?
Yeah.
I'm a doctor! Look, what the hell am I talking to you for? Piss off! Good news, I'm not hysterical anymore. So clear-headed. We're gonna throw Hart's body into the river. All we need is a big block of cement. Come on, help me get him out of the car.
How about we walk out of here? You know, come on.
Here comes
These
Josh.
lines are
Make
so
him cut
funny.
for order. Why are you crying?
Because you two are in charge and that really scares me! Oh my God, they're back.
Violet, step away from the body. Stop looking.
Away from the body.
Officer, I have a confession to make. Under the sheet is a man that I have never seen before in my entire life.
Mother, you didn't do it.
What's going on here?
I don't like your tone. What's your badge number?
What?
Is this your body?
Yes?
You left it here unattended? Shame on you!
Sorry, Doc.
No, you know what? I quit.
I hope you're happy. Healing was her life.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that whole scene was fantastic. In the movie, they have this whole car situation that happens, and obviously I don't think they can really do that on a stage. But I like this version so much better. I feel like the hospital scene was way too long. The whole sequence was way too long, trying to take the body, hide the body, give back the body. It was this whole deal, and it took quite a bit of time. This brings it down to just a couple of minutes, and they stay in the hospital, and it's just so funny. The dialogue is just so good. We get to see these women just become really good friends and bond over this very traumatic moment. And it's all just so fantastic. This is a great scene. This is a fantastic comedy scene.
Well, how late did you want me to work?
Who said anything about work?
Oh, you are disgusting.
Oh, that was such a good delivery.
So just gonna have to call.
gosh. Poor Judy.
I can't understand you.
You have something in your mouth.
Oh, come on. There's a little pain involved here.
Judy, stay strong.
Mr. Hart, I would like to offer my sincerest apologies. You know Dorley didn't mean
Oh,
to.
Judy.
It's one big misunderstanding, and I
Yes,
think
it is.
you gave me your word.
I lie. Yeah. You have no idea who you're messing with, honey. Operator. There's nothing stopping me from driving to the police.
Yes, there is.
Oh my gosh. She's trying to be like her dream.
I will shoot.
My God, you are as crazy as the other two.
Taking care of business.
Take the gun away from her.
I say we knock him out and leave town.
You can't do that to me.
No, we really can't.
I poisoned him. She tied him up. You just tried to shoot him. You can't just let him go.
Here's an idea. I say we let
Does
bygones
not look
be
good for
bygones.
you.
I don't deserve to be treated like this.
They say we always get what we deserve, whether good, bad, or indifferent.
That's what I always heard. No good deed goes unpunished.
Wow, everybody
From here to
really liked that line.
That's in order.
We're not taking orders from you anymore.
the tables are turned. When it's all said and done, I won't be at your mercy no more. I will prove my own worth, heal the damage and hurt that's been done. And when the crying's all done, well, I'm gonna shine like the sun. Shh, you hurt and embarrassed me, proving you don't give a damn.
I love her.
Down on my luck, I've been shadowed with trouble and sorrow. But I'm not giving up, 'cause I know there is always tomorrow. There are no guarantees, life is always a hit or a miss. But I truly believe I won't always be feeling like this.
Be sorry.
Just gets to hang there. That's kind of fun.
You are gonna pay for this.
So I believe that's the end of Act 1. And Garly, that's a long act. 1 hour and 17 minutes. Well, I guess it's not that long. For some reason, Act 1 felt a little long to me. I enjoyed it the whole way through, but there were certain parts where I was like, golly, are we done yet? And I don't know if that's just me, but I felt like some things maybe could have been shortened or a song could have been taken out. I'm not sure. It just felt a little long. But that whole gun scene and them trying to tie up Mr. Hart, like that whole scene was just so, again, just so funny. Like the hospital scene, just so funny. We had these 3 women trying to figure out the situation, and they're just making it worse and worse and worse. And Judy with the gun, like, oh my gosh, that was so funny. And the song Shine Like the Sun is it's such a pretty, this word is overused, but it's such an empowering, I can't even say the word, it's so overused. It's such an empowering song for not just women, I think, but just anybody that feels like they've been taken down. It's a fantastic song, especially that very last chorus. I don't know the lyrics, but it just has such a great punch to it. And we get to hear each of the main women talking about how Mr. Hart has hurt them, but they're still going to push forward and shine, you know? And it's just, I just really like it. It's a really great song. And I think it's a great song to end Act 1. It's a perfect way to tie it up a little bit so we can move forward to Act 2. And also, before we go into Act 2, I just want to say, this musical does a really good job of showing the three women's friendship. The movie did a great job too, but for some reason I feel like in this musical, the writers are really emphasizing the strong bond that has been created between three women. And it's just so fun, and I really just like that. It's very wholesome. It's a great friendship. It's a great female friendship between Violet, Judy, and Dorleen. I just wanted to mention that because I feel like they did such a great job showing that in this musical compared to the movie. They did a better job than the movie did, which I think is always a plus. If you're ever adapting something, a story from one form of art to another form of art, you always want to try to make it better.